What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, everybody out there tonight? Shane and Jocelyn Sams here from the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast and flippedlifestyle.com. Just checking in with you guys tonight to make sure you are ready to rock and roll. Jocelyn is laughing at me right now because I just dropped down on the floor, did some push-ups, did some squats, may have pounded my chest a couple times because I'm fired up to be with you guys here tonight. Jocelyn was not doing any push-ups with me.
This really happened. So, yeah, I was not doing any push-ups. I was actually trying to take a shower just a little while ago before this call, and for some reason our hot water is not working. So I'm sitting here in a bathrobe and wishing that I could take a shower.
Because Jocelyn went for a really long walk earlier tonight, and she was not able to take a shower. She's very disappointed in not being able to take a shower. So there will not be any video tonight.
Better not be any video.
I can flip it over right now if you want me to, but I'm not going to do that to you because I love my wife, and I don't want to get kicked out and sleep on the couch tonight.
So I'm hoping I can take a shower tonight. If not, well,
yeah, good time.
Wait till tomorrow.
But we're excited to be here with you for tonight's free training. We're going to talk about how to make money online, specifically focused on this year, what's working right now to help you change your family's future. We're super excited to have you here. Got a ton of people in the chat room. Chat room is already burning it up. So real quick, guys, if you're just seeing this, if you're just clicking on the video, if you're just tuning in, tell us where y'all are from in the chat. We've seen a lot of people from all over the country, everywhere from Colorado to Minnesota to New York. We've got people from, I think someone from Argentina was here earlier. So we've got people all over the world tuning in, and we are super excited to bring you this free training tonight. Where's my mouse? Lost my mouse pad. There it is. All right, we want to make sure that everyone can hear us. So we're going to do a quick sound check. Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I have checked it on my screen. Looks like everybody can hear us right now. And also tell us, what do you see on your screen? You should see a picture of me and Jocelyn in front of our crazy Flip Your Life community at Flip Your Life Live in Nashville. That's what you should see on your screen right now. And you should hear my voice only. There is a slight audio delay between what you're seeing and hearing on the screen and what is happening in the chat room. Okay. So whenever we're doing anything in the chat room, if I say, hey, let me hear you say something, let me introduce yourself in the chat, you're hearing what I said about 30 seconds ago. So especially for questions, we want you guys to ask tons of questions tonight. Anything you want to ask us, we're an open book. We'd love to help you and, figure out what you're doing online, figure out what you're doing in the future, figure out what you're doing with your family. And any questions you have, go ahead and put those in the chat as soon as you have them, and we will follow up with those later. So, Jocelyn, does it look like we've got sound? Steve says yes to sound and picture. Cindy says yes. And Kay says, yup. Why? You, P. So I'm assuming with 3 confirmations that everyone else can see and hear us as well.
All right. Awesome. So just make sure you can also hear me. I will not be talking quite as often as my colleague here, but I will talk sometimes to just make sure you can hear both of us.
All right. So it looks like we're good with everybody. And who all do we have in here today, Jocelyn? Let's read some names and some states and all that good stuff as people are kind of logging here. We've got John from Shelbyville, Kentucky. Welcome, John. Good to have you here tonight. We've got
Elisa
Matt
from Georgia.
Elisa from Georgia. We got Matt from Oregon. Let's see.
Kay from Virginia, Steve from Iowa, Cindy from Colorado.
Oh, man, we've got people all over the country. We got, let's see, a guest. Looks like Dorothy from New York. Welcome, Dorothy. And let's see, anybody else that has not introduced yourself, go ahead and put your name in the chat. Let us know where you're from.
Matt from Oregon.
Matt from Oregon.
I just went on a mastermind trip to Mexico with someone from Oregon.
We've got another guest from Orlando, Florida. Has not logged into the chat yet, but if you could tell us who you are, we'd love to talk to you by name. Be awesome. Good to have everybody here. Worldwide audience, as always, on our Flipped Lifestyle free trainings. But we want to welcome you guys to tonight's training. Tonight, we're specifically going to be talking about how we make money online and work from home and how you can get started. This is our introductory course into our programs, helping people change what they're doing in the real world, move it online, and try to build that lifestyle, the flipped lifestyle that we all want for our family in the future. For those of you who are new to the flipped lifestyle universe and new to me and Jocelyn, you probably noticed right away that we talk kind of funny, y'all. We are actually from Kentucky, born and raised, still live in Kentucky today with our kids. And we have got an accent, but listen, don't mistake our dialect for internet or for intellect, y'all, because, or the internet, because let me tell you something. We know what we're talking about. We've been in business for almost 6 years now. Been making our entire living online, working from home, working from all over the world. We've helped hundreds of other people do the same thing, and we know what we're talking about. And we do have, I think, some Southerners. I heard some people from Virginia, saw some people from Georgia in the chat room. So we got a bunch of Southern translators. So if you don't understand at any point the words that are coming out of my mouth, all you got to do is ask one of your Southern folks in there, and they will translate my colloquialism for you.
And there are a lot of people watching right now who have not said anything because I can see how many people are here. So
you got some lurkers.
Yes, if you want to say hello, please just pop into the chat. All you have to do is just sign in. I think you can even sign in as a guest if you want to, and you can chat with us right there on the chat box.
All right. Today's training is going to work a little bit like this. I'm going to be on the microphone for most of the time from this point forward, but Jocelyn will be in the chat room at the page where this webinar is actually taking place. We are monitoring the YouTube live chat, but we will probably not be talking on that specific chat platform. We have a chat box on the webinar page. You should have got a link to it, and you should be watching it there. We'll try to get your questions on the YouTube channel if we can, but if you are in the if you're at flippedlifestyle.com watching this webinar, that's the chat box that we will be using. It is right beside the video. You can keep the video small, or if you wanted to, I think you can make the chat box bigger, right, Jocelyn? Isn't there a way to like detach it from the screen or something like that?
Yeah, so if you look down at the bottom part of the chat box, there's a little square with like a arrow that goes up to the right. If you click on that, it will actually pop the chat box into a separate window. So this is super nerdy, but you can like drag it around and put it beside something else. So feel free to do that if you want to do that. It just helps you to be able to move it somewhere different.
And you can also to make the video go full screen, watch it like that and just minimize it whenever you have questions. I do encourage you at any time during the presentation, if you have any follow-up questions, I'm going to be roaring ahead in every single section on the microphone and on the screen. But Jocelyn is in the chat right now, live. She can help you right where you are. And if you've got a question, we will get those answered. We will have a live Q&A later in tonight's presentation. So you don't have to hold your questions. You can just put them in the chat at any time. All right. Tonight, we're going to cover a lot of stuff. It's going to be a little overwhelming. If you're taking notes, take them fast. We're going to keep moving forward, but we're going to show you tonight how you can earn a living without working for someone else. That's one of the biggest things that we love to teach is how to become and stay self-employed, how you can work from home or anywhere on earth. Jocelyn and I just took the kids down to Cancun, Mexico for a week. And I was sitting out on the balcony one night, just working a little bit, watching the moon over the water. I put a picture of it over on our Instagram page. And I was just sitting there thinking, man, this is amazing. I used to have to go to an office every day. I used to have to go to a classroom every day. And now I can work anywhere I've got the internet. It's just an amazing thing. We're going to show you how you can spend more time with your family, how you can stop settling for that good enough life. We're going to tell you what we mean by that later. How you can travel, do, and have more. It's going to be a lot of information. We're going to pack it in quick. We're going to answer as many questions as we can. But there's probably no way we can cover every single point of this topic in 1 hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the information. We're going to give you everything you need to get started. Then we're going to show you where you can get more information and get more help. So if that sounds awesome, say let's go in the chat. And we're going to get after this presentation right now. All right. So most of you are probably here because you've been told the same story that we were told growing up. You know, you go and you get a job or you go to college and then you go to work and you get married and you have kids and you just follow the latest trends and you know, you come home at night and eat dinner and watch TV, wake it up, do it over and over again. You do that until you're 65 years old, you retire and you're free. Right? Like that's the way the world raised us all. That's the way the world tells us everything's going to work out. But most of you, if you're like us, you know, we went to college at the University of Kentucky, we graduated, we got jobs, and all of these things that people told us did not come true, right? We didn't have the perfect job that we loved to get up and go to work to every day. We didn't have the freedom that employment was supposed to bring us because we were doing what our employer told us all the time. We weren't getting to see our kids. We weren't having all the opportunities, and the world was not opening up before us like our parents, like society told us our entire life. If you've had a similar experience to that, let me know in the chat. I mean, is your job perfect? Is your job and your life like everyone told you it was going to be? Go to school and everything was going to be okay? Probably not. And a lot of us go through this and we realize that there must be a different way that we can live. But what does it look like? Because everyone we know has a job. Everyone we know does the 9 to 5. Everybody does this, right? Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe you're a coach and you go into the school system and it's not like they said it was going to be. Maybe you've got a job working for a corporation. Jocelyn used to work selling commercial dishwashers in the corporate world. It was the most exciting job. It was just as exciting as it sounds, guys, selling dishwashers to restaurants at trade shows. I mean, living the dream right there, right? But it was supposed to be this big, awesome opportunity, and it just never panned out. It was never exciting. It never got good. Maybe you're in the classroom and you're sick of dealing with all of the issues and government regulations and parents, right? Or maybe you're just working a normal job where you can't seem to get ahead. You've probably figured out by now that what the world told you growing up is just not true. See, that's the ultimate lie, especially in the modern world. It's that we go to school, we get an education, we'll get rich and have the job we love. Meanwhile, the truth is we are all drowning in debt or our bills. We're living paycheck to paycheck, and we're watching the best years of our lives go to building someone else's dream. See, that's what happens when you follow the world's plan and you go work for somebody else. Now, we did this. We know exactly where you're at because we have both done corporate jobs. We have both done government jobs. And that's where we were. But just like you, we thought, man, there's got to be a better way to do things. There has to be a better way to live life, especially now with all the technology and all the opportunity that the internet puts in front of us. Maybe you thought there's more to life than this. There's more to life than going to our job, listening to a boss yell at me, dealing with negative coworkers. I want to go home and see my kids and raise my kids and see my spouse and raise my family and give them a better future. There just has to be more to life than this. And the truth is, you're right. There is 100% a better way to do things, and people are doing it every single day on the internet. Our life now looks completely different than our old life as school teachers or even when we were working in corporate jobs. Now we travel whenever we want. We work together at home. We've given our kids so many life experiences because we actually have time to do it. We don't have to ask someone to go on vacation. And this is the life that we have been living for almost 6 years now, doing what we do. And it's not just us. We have seen hundreds of families do the exact same thing using tools on the internet to start, build, and grow online businesses. Couples from all walks of life with 2 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, 6 kids, people working full time and quitting their jobs and starting to work from home. We've seen hundreds of people do that. And there's millions of people out there that are trying to do it right now. You see, we now know that the best way to successfully take control of your life, to live the life that you want to be totally free, is to make money online and work from home, to use the internet to create your income. Everyone here, you've probably shopped on Amazon. Where do you think all that money is going? It's not just going to Amazon. A lot of those stores that you buy from on Amazon are people that are actually making money on the internet. A lot of you have probably bought courses and downloaded courses. Where do you think that comes from, right? People are making courses and they're selling them online. So many people are making money online. So many people are working from home now. It's really just a matter of getting started, learning how to do it, and get it done. And we feel like the best way for working parents, not millennials that are living on a beach over somewhere in Asia on $5 a day, not the crazy psycho people who are working 70, 80, 90 hours a week and telling you to hustle yourself into an early grave. But the best way for working parents to create an income from home is to follow what we call the Flip Your Life Blueprint. And that's what we're going to teach you tonight, is how our Flip Your Life Blueprint works. We want you to flip your world upside down. We want you to take where you are now and flip it and be where you want to be for your family in the future. The Flip Your Life Blueprint is the exact path that we followed to quit our jobs in just 12 months. Both of us quit our full-time jobs on the same day, walked in, turned in our letter of resignations, And we've been working at home ever since. And it only took us about 12 months to do it after we launched our first product. This is the plan that we follow still, and it allows us to work less than 20 hours per week. I mean, imagine if you only had to work 20 hours a week to make your entire living, to earn your income. What would you do with all that extra time? Some of you might be working 40, 50, 60 hours a week right now. What would you do with 20 extra hours a week? Think about that. It's the exact plan that we use to spend more time with our family. You know, Jocelyn and I have went from almost never seeing each other and never seeing our kids to being able to spend every day with the people that we love the most, to go on trips, to travel, even do things like homeschool. This is the exact plan that we followed to make more money than we ever dreamed possible. Jocelyn and I now make more money a month than we used to make in a year teaching. Now, think about that. It's how we got noticed and regained our confidence. You know, we were a little beat up at life when we started doing this online business thing. It felt like our last hope, right? When we started our online business. But it got us noticed. We got to be in crazy magazine articles like Forbes, Huffington Post, Business Insider. We got to be on popular podcasts like the Smart Passive Income podcast with Pat Flynn. It's the plan we followed to take control of our life, to give our kids a life that we never imagined. You know, we went from a small 1,800 square foot house that was built in the 30s and remodeled in the 70s to owning a 40-acre estate with a private lake, right? And that wasn't even our dream when we first started out. We just wanted to quit our jobs. We just wanted to maybe pay off our house. But all of these opportunities kept falling into our lap because we started, we built, and we worked, and we made it grow. It's how we travel and give our kids opportunities like homeschool, like learning about new cultures, like taking online courses. So that's our goal for today, is to show you how real people, working families, people with full-time jobs and raising kids make money online and work from home. Even while you're doing it, like, look, you're going to probably start out part-time with this and then go to full-time later. That's cool. We're going to show you how that's done. And then we're going to show you the step-by-step process that can let you do the exact same thing we've done, hundreds of other people in our community have done, and thousands of other people are doing on the internet right now. So if you're really excited to learn this stuff, if you're sick of that lie that the world told us, tell us in the chat how pumped up you are to learn how to make money online and work from home. All right, we have 3 secrets to success. These are the looking back 2020 hindsight. After coaching hundreds of other people to do the exact same thing that we've done, these are the 3 secrets to our success and to other people's success that we think everybody's got to latch onto when they're starting their journey. Okay, number 1, busy parents can become self-employed and make their entire income working from home if they do one thing, and I'm going to share that thing with you in just a second. Number 2, you can get people you've never met to send you money online for stuff you already know and do. You're not going to have to learn anything new. You're not going to have to come up with any fancy things or go back to school and create any new skills. You have everything you need right now to make money online, and you can get people from all over the world to show up and buy your stuff. Look at the chat room right now that you're in, okay? Jocelyn and I live in a very small town in southeast Kentucky, but we're connected to the internet. So we're talking to dozens and dozens of people from Oregon, from Virginia, from Georgia, from Argentina, from California, people from all over the country and all over the world right here. That's what we're going to teach you today, is how to reach out and get those people to come and hang out with you and buy your products. Number 3, how to make the time to build the life and future you want for your family. I know a lot of you are stressed out right now. A lot of you don't have a lot of time extra in the evenings or extra on the weekends to do this. And we're going to show you how we did it while we were working full time and raising kids. All right, let's talk about secret number 1. How can busy parents become self-employed and make their entire income working from home with all of your other responsibilities and all of those things? What's going to drive you? What's going to motivate you? What's going to keep you going so that you can build the life and the future you want for your family? You know, when Jocelyn and I first started, we were totally time pressed. We had no time on our schedule. Jocelyn was an elementary school librarian. She had like 500 or 600 kids in her building, and she was the only librarian in the entire school. So She spent all of her days checking out, shelving books, teaching literacy, and at night she made sweet costumes like this mermaid thing built out of aluminum foil and paper plates or coffee mugs or whatever that is.
Hey, I was very proud of that costume.
That was a very good
Thank
costume.
you.
That was
That was very inventive.
So that is the Little Mermaid.
And there's even seashells on the top. If you look very closely, it's cupcake liners rolled up. So that's right.
So in between shelving books, raising kids, keeping me in line, and building mermaid costumes, Jocelyn had almost no time during the day. I was a social studies teacher and a football coach. And I used to work year round in the weight room, year round on the football field, year round in the classroom. My days pretty much started at 7 and ended at 7 for 9 straight years. Okay. We had 2 small children. We had Isaac, our little boy. He was about 3 years old when we got started. And we had Anna Jo, our little girl. She was about 18 months old. So we had a packed schedule. We had a busy family life. We led a Sunday school group at church. We had so many things going on when we started. We understand what it's like to be busy parents working full time and raising kids. But what we needed was a strong why, something to change the status quo, something to get us moving and keep us motivated to get a dream and to make our dream come true. And our why is our little boy, Isaac. You know, just like many working parents out there, maybe you have to use a babysitter. Maybe your kids have to stay with the grandparents. Or maybe, like us, you needed to use daycare so that your kids had somewhere to go during the day while you worked. Well, just like millions of families, probably almost everybody in the chat room today, we had to use childcare. We had to use a daycare so that we could go make a living. So Isaac went to this daycare for a while, and out of nowhere, they sold this business and they changed over to new ownership. And one morning while I was going to work, you know, it was the sun wasn't even up yet. It was early in the AM, had to be at work, had to be in my classroom by like 7 o'clock before all of the high school students got there and burned down the building. Like I had to be there. So I was taking my kid, I was taking Isaac to the daycare center. And Isaac was just starting to be able to talk, just starting to be able to really articulate his thoughts. And we had some trouble dropping him off at the daycare center for months. But this morning, this specific morning, all of the pieces came together. And Isaac finally communicated to me that people in this daycare were mistreating him. I found out this morning that one of the workers in this facility had been locking Isaac in a bathroom to punish him for potty training accidents. And I don't mean lock him in there until he used the bathroom. I mean putting him in the room, turning the lights out, and leaving him in there for who knows how long. Isaac was having horrible problems with being scared of the dark, horrible problems with going into bathrooms, and horrible problems with potty training. It was all coming because the people here were mistreating him. We found out later that they were doing a lot of horrible things. One lady even got charged because she threw a kid under a beanbag chair and was sitting on him. So this was not a good place. It was not a good place. And it happened so fast that we were not able to realize that new staff had come in. Everyone had turned over and they had hired some really unqualified people. So here I was standing in the parking lot, furious at what had happened. Isaac was crying and screaming and would not go inside for good reason. And I didn't know what to do. I took Isaac down to Anna Jo's daycare center. She was in a different building. It was a facility that was designed only for kids 2 and under. Okay. And I asked the lady that worked there, who had kept Isaac when he was a baby, if I could leave him there and go to work and then come deal with this problem later. But the person who was running the facility said, hey, we'll keep him here, you know, for a couple hours, but you can't leave him here all day. You're going to have to go to work, tell him what's going on, and come back. So I said, okay. So I dropped Isaac off at this other daycare center and I drove to work, and I was going to ask my boss if I could get off for the day to go deal with this problem. But I was a good employee. I wanted to be there. I wanted to handle all my responsibilities, right? I wanted to be there for my employer and I wanted to be there for my son. And I thought I'd found a way to balance that out. So I went to school, told the teacher next door to my room, hey, watch my class for a minute, and went down to ask my principal if I could have the day off. The main principal wasn't there that day. It was an assistant principal. And I'll never forget walking into her room and her looking up at me in a really cold way. And she took her glasses off and said, can I help you? I explained to her what happened. And I thought, you know, this was a rational human being that would say, hey, go take care of it. We understand. We're here for you. We're all a team. We're pulling together. And she looked at me and said, Mr. Sams, is your son in immediate danger right now? And I said, no, but I have to get him out of this facility. And she said to me, I know that you have a lot going on right now, and I know your son needs you, but your job needs you too. And I don't have time to go watch your class. So you're going to have to handle your personal problems after work because they're not my problems. And I stood there shocked. I thought, had she not heard me? Did she not hear? I mean, what kind of boss says that to their employee? And I asked her, I said, well, what if I leave? And she said, well, you could be written up or fired. You can't just leave work. You have responsibilities. And I said, well, I'm going. And I walked out the door and I left, driving home to Isaac, not knowing if I was going to have a job the next day. And I was so mad. I was so furious, but I wasn't mad at my boss. I wasn't mad even at the situation. Bad things happen. That's part of life. I was mad at myself. I was mad at our family and that we had decided to put so much control of our life into someone else's hands that we had basically sold ourselves into slavery. They thought that their business, their school, their job was more important than my son. And I was mad that I'd put myself into a situation where someone thought they had so much control over me just because they gave me a paycheck every 2 weeks, just because they gave me some health insurance. I did get written up. I did get wrote up for that, and I got in trouble for leaving the building. But on that ride home to Isaac, I said a little prayer and I swore to myself that one way or the other, I would find a way to quit my job. I would find a way to quit all jobs. And I would find a way for our family to work for ourselves, to work from home, to be self-employed, so that whenever our kids needed us, we would be there for them and nobody could tell us no again. That was our why. That was the catalyst moment. That was what made us make the decision to pursue something else. And that's really the number one thing that you've got to do is grab on to your why. You have to know your why. Why are you here? Why are you in this chat room? Why are you wanting to change your family's future? There's something about your life right now, a catalyst that's making you do that. Now, it might not be a crazy, over-controlling, slave-driving boss like I had, right? Like it might be, though. Like maybe your boss is cruel. Maybe your boss is, totally incompetent and naive and just treats you terrible. And, you're just a cog in that machine. Like that might be your why, right? But maybe it's your kids. Maybe you're missing those recitals. Okay. Maybe you're missing those ball games. Maybe you've been on the road on sales meetings and you've missed some of those milestones like first steps or birthdays. Okay. Maybe the money's just not working out, right? This good job you were supposed to get when you grew up didn't pan out and you've got more bills than you've got money at the end of the month. Maybe you're not able to spend as much time with your spouse or your loved one that you really, really want. Maybe you haven't been on vacation in years, or maybe you've got a cruel boss that thinks their business is more important than your family. Whatever your why is, that's what is going to drive you forward. That's what's going to make you succeed. Busy parents with a catalyst, a strong why, can make money online and work from home. So what is your why? Why are you here? Think about it right now. Write it down. Say it out loud in the room you're in. We can't hear you. I'm the only one with a microphone, and Jocelyn's got hers in her lap right now, right? Say it out loud. And if you want to, tell us in the chat. We want to know, what is your why? Why are you here? And I want to stress something. It doesn't have to be something crazy serious like what we found out about Isaac. It doesn't have to be something, that someone else you think would judge you for. Your why is your why. Your reason is your reason. And it doesn't matter if we like it or someone else likes it or we agree with it or anyone else agrees with it. It's your why. And that's what's going to make you successful. So tell us your why in the chat. We'd love to know that. Our why was our son, Isaac. And, that's what made us go out and find another way to make a living. It's what allowed us to become self-employed, make money online, work from home, to build this crazy lifestyle that we live today. And I was just reminded the other day, almost 6 years later, why about that why moment. A couple weeks ago, our son Isaac had to go to the emergency room. We got a call that Isaac had flipped on a trampoline and landed on his head. He was complaining about chest pain. His head was hurting. So we took him to the doctor, and they told us at the doctor's office that the x-ray had showed a break in his C2 vertebrae. This is a very deadly, dangerous thing that can paralyze you or even kill you. So, of course, we were panicked. We were horrified. We took him to the emergency room. They had poor Isaac strapped down on this backboard. Jocelyn came in and saw Isaac and just passed out. Like, she just fell right in the floor. And I'm standing there in the middle of this room. Isaac's on this board screaming. Jocelyn passed out. She had just been on a run. She got really, really hot. And when she saw Isaac, it all just washed over her and overwhelmed her. And thank God that Isaac, after a CT scan, thank goodness that he was okay. Isaac, all these pictures, Isaac kept asking me, take a picture. I want to see what they're doing to me. He was really scared, and the pictures were comforting him. So I was basically giving him the play-by-play on my iPhone of what was happening. And, after it was all said and done, Isaac looked up at me and said, man, Dad, I was so scared. I'm glad you were here. And we were there for him when he needed us because we make money online and work from home. We were self-employed. I dropped my whole schedule just to deal with this. I left everything this time. Didn't have to ask anybody. Didn't have to check in. And I was able to be there for Isaac. When I thought back, as I was in my car driving home, Isaac in the back seat, I looked up at him and saw him in the rearview mirror. And I thought back to that moment a few years ago where we desperately wanted to be free, desperately wanted to do something else so that we could be there for our kids. And the whole thing had kind of come full circle. Because of what we did then, we were able to do what we did that day and be there for Isaac. And it's not just us. We have tons of people in our community that have done the same thing. I want to introduce you to Jeanette Stein. Jeanette used the same plan that we did, the Flip Your Life Blueprint. Now, Jeanette has 6 kids. 6 kids. If there's anyone in life that is pressed for time, it is Jeanette. She's got 6 kids, her and her husband both working full-time. She quit her job after launching her business in just 3 months. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Jeanette later. I want to tell you a little bit more about her story. But I just wanted to tell you that, it's not just us doing this, guys. There's a whole hidden world out there of people making their entire living on the internet. People with strong whys. You look here, Jeanette's got 7 strong whys, 6 kids and a husband, strong whys. And that's what drives her forward. All right. So let's talk about the next secret. If you got a strong why, you can do this. But you can also get people you've never met to send you money online for stuff you already know and do. See, a lot of people get held back because they think they've got to have special knowledge or go back to school or, how am I going to, how stores all work in real life. You meet people, you go in, you know the person, you buy from them. How can I get strangers to send me money online? And what do I need to learn and know to do that? Online business was not the first thing that we tried. We looked into MLMs selling makeup and what's some other ones, Jocelyn?
You wanted to sell makeup?
I didn't want to sell makeup, but you might have. Or jewelry. What's that thing called? Paparazzi that everybody shows all the time?
Yeah, like health supplements and things like that.
Zija. Remember Zija? It was like the drink, and if you drank it, you're supposed to. The big thing now is that CBD oil. And it may be the greatest thing ever. But these crazy diet pills and drinks and patches and skincare and cookware, Tupperware parties, right? That was a big thing when we were growing up. We looked at that, and it just didn't make sense. We found out that 3% of people ever made any money, and those people were just making money off of everybody else under them in the company. So that was a total no-go. We didn't want any part of that MLM stuff. And don't you get annoyed when people constantly sell stuff on your Facebook newsfeed? Which is totally illegal and against their terms and conditions anyway. You're not supposed to do that. But man, or when you get that message from somebody you haven't seen since high school, and they're like, "I've got a great,
hey girl,
I got a great opportunity for you. Look at all my emojis that I used in this message." Right? So those are out the window. Then we started looking at side hustles, like mowing yards, maybe pressure washing. I wanted to be a handyman and do home inspections for a while, but then Jocelyn was like,
you're not handy,
I'm not very handy
at all.
Yeah, I can't
0%.
Yeah, I can barely hit the nail when I hammer. I'm just not a very handy guy. So, all of that. And then it was just, I didn't like mowing yards and pressure washing. I didn't even know how to turn it on. So whatever. Jocelyn even at one point bought a sewing machine and tried to sew and create curtains and sell them on eBay.
Okay, so in my defense, I did make a couple of successful sets of curtains. It may have taken me a very long time to complete them.
It was not scalable. Let's put it that way.
It was just not
a month
going
to sell one curtain and make $50 was probably not going to get us free in our life, right? And then also, we looked at some bigger things. We looked at opening a restaurant, maybe a video game or a card game store, comic book store. Jocelyn at one time thought, hey, I wonder if I can do a consignment shop for kids' clothes. But, as we looked at all of these options, it was just too expensive to rent a building and too much risk to start a quote unquote real world business when every business we see on Main Street is struggling and going out of business right now. We just didn't want to get into that. So once again, I was in the car and I was thinking, how am I going to make money online? How am I going to start a business? How am I going to free myself from this 9-to-5 employment, slavery, indentured servitude I'd found myself in? And one day I was thinking, man, Jocelyn and I make about $30,000 each. That's about $60,000 a year. We just need to replace that. If we could just replace that income, we don't have to get rich. We don't have to be millionaires. We just want to be free. All we have to do is replace $60,000. And then I said, well, how much is that a month? Well, if you divide 60,000 by 12, that's about $5,000 a month. So if we could just somehow replace our income of $5,000 a month, well, then we might be able to do this. We might be able to pull it off. We might be able to work for ourselves and not have to worry about a boss anymore. And then as we were in the car one day driving somewhere, I looked over at Jocelyn and said, what if I could just get 100 people to give me $50? 100 people sending me $50 for something. I don't know. I'll sell them something. But that'd be $5,000. That's only 100 people. There's 7 billion human beings on the earth. There's 4 billion people connected to the internet with more people coming on every single day. And they don't stop birthing babies, y'all. There's more people being born and more people getting online every single day of the week. So what if we could do that? And what if we could do that every month? I mean, all we need is 100 people to give us $50 a month. And that would be $60,000 a year. That would replace their income. I mean, the cable company gets you to give them $50 to $100 a month. I mean, Netflix gets you to give them $15 a month. Our gym gets us to give them $60 a month or whatever we pay. So if they can do it, why couldn't we do that? Why couldn't we just get 100 people to give us $50 every month? That would replace their income. That's how we're going to do this. And then I thought, what if we could get 200 people to do that? That'd be $10,000 a month. Goodness gracious. If we could do that every month, just 200 people out of the 7 billion human beings on the earth, that would be $120,000 a year. That would double our income, right? And of course, Jocelyn, ever the voice of reason in all my madness while I'm doing push-ups and squats and getting fired up and excited about the future, Jocelyn said to me, yeah, but how are you going to do that? Like, how are we actually going to make that happen? And I said, I don't know, but I said it out loud, so it's got to be possible. There has to be a way to make this happen. So one day, as I was getting ready to mow my grass, I got sick of the music on my podcast. I was really frustrated because all the things we had thought about or tried didn't work before. And I had this thing stuck in my head, man, what if I can get 50 people to give me $100 or 100 people to give me $50? I could replace my income. And I decided to listen to podcasts instead of the music on my iPod while I was mowing my yard. So I randomly typed in business podcasts, and then I typed in the word internet because I thought, hey, the internet will get me connected to those 4 billion people. Maybe I can find my 200 people there. And I found this podcast called the Smart Passive Income Podcast with Pat Flynn. Many of you have probably heard this. It's one of the most famous podcasts out there. But when I found Pat, it was like his 20th or 30th episode. It was really early. He wasn't a big, huge star like he is now. And I started listening to this guy tell a story about how he was making money online. And then I read his bio and I realized, hey, he's got a son about my kid's age. I mean, look at this. He's got a daughter, my daughter's age. Like his family looks a lot like mine. And he's telling this story about how he got fired, he got laid off, and he had no income, but he built this online business. He had replaced his income. And I was like, man, if this guy can do it, I can do it. I mean, he's got a wife, he's got 2 kids. I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids. We can do this if they can do it. So I kept listening, and he started telling about how he created a study guide and he saved it as a PDF, a study guide for a very specific test in licensing for architecture. And he launched this digital product online, basically a PDF that he was emailing people, and he got them to pay like $49 for it. And he made thousands of dollars when he started selling this product online. And all he was doing was taking money basically on PayPal or something and then emailing the file to them so that they could study for the test. and a light bulb went off in my head. I hit the brake on that lawnmower and fishtailed and skid and got off of it and ran inside. And as I was running for the door, I was thinking to myself, this is it. If he can do that, we can do that. We're teachers. We could make lesson plans. I'm a football coach. I could make playbooks. Jocelyn knows all sorts of different things about computers and Excel and technology, and she's a librarian. Like we could save PDFs and email it to people too. This is how we were going to get 100 people to give us $50 a month. So I ran in the back of the kitchen. Jocelyn was over by the stove doing something with the kids. I can't remember what she was doing. She turns around. I'm a sweaty mess, and I'm just covered in grass and sweat. And I said, Jocelyn, I figured it out. I know exactly how we're going to replace our income. I know how we're going to quit our jobs. We're going to sell people emails. They're going to pay us to email them. Jocelyn looked at me a little bit like I was crazy in the moment and said, yeah, but that doesn't even make any sense. Like, tell me later, go, mow the yard. Because she's used to my harebrained schemes and my ideas, right? And I didn't articulate it very well. But what we had discovered was digital products. We could save files and text. Microsoft Word. If you've ever typed on a computer, sent an email, or made a PowerPoint presentation, you can create digital products. We could record ourselves on video, just like you're hearing me talk now. We could save these things, do the work once, and sell them to hundreds and hundreds of people over and over again. So we got to work. Jocelyn started creating elementary school library lesson plans, and I got to work creating playbooks for football. That was our expertise. That's what we knew. We already knew how to do it. We didn't have to learn anything special. And we started making lesson plans and selling playbooks online. We took action. We did it. And faster than we could blink, we replaced our income. The first month that we sold one of these digital products online, we made $2,700. Remember, that's not a lot of people. If you're selling something for $100, that's only 27 human beings on the earth. If it's $50, that's like 50-something people, right? That was half of our income that we needed to get, half of our goal in the first month. Each month, we made more and more money, and finally, we had doubled it to $5,900 a month. That was enough to pay our mortgage. That was enough to pay our bills. That was enough to buy our groceries. That was enough to pay the car payment, right? Just because we were selling these digital products online. Teachers from all over the country were buying Jocelyn's lesson plans. Coaches from all over the world were buying my playbooks. And it just kept growing. Because what we didn't realize was, yes, you only need 100 people to give you $50 a month to make $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year. But all those other people are out there. Think how many times a day people search for stuff on Google, billions of searches on YouTube and Google for things they want to learn. If you can teach it to them, they'll pay you. In July of 2013, we made $15,000 in 1 month. We were stunned. We were ecstatic. We didn't even think this was possible. That was a 5-figure month. That was half of one of our salaries in just 1 month in a 30-day period. And we thought, surely this is where it ends, right? No, in August of 2013, we made $36,000 in a single month, an entire salary. And we looked at each other and we said, if we can do this part-time, what in the world could we do full-time? And it wasn't rocket science. It was lesson plans. It was playbooks. It could be anything. We're going to give you some examples here in a minute of what other people are doing with this stuff. But whatever you know could turn into a digital product and make you money too. In the same office that my boss told me, no, you cannot be there for your son because my job is more important than your family, I walked in and told my boss, bye. And that's why every September 27th, 2013, we celebrate our quit-iversary. We don't even really celebrate our anniversary anymore. That's the day of freedom. That's the day that we celebrate on our calendar. And we want you to have a day like that someday too. Remember, all these other ideas that we went through, it was too hard. It was too risky. It was too many people, doing too many wrong things. Online business was what made it happen for us, selling digital products. And maybe you've tried these things before, right? Maybe you've tried an MLM. Maybe you've tried selling makeup. Maybe your friend got you in their downline, okay? Maybe you've tried to start doing some physical labor, but realize you're just trading time for dollars, okay? Or maybe you've realized it's just too expensive and too risky. to start a business out there. Maybe you've even started some other kind of crazy, e-commerce store or something like that before. But digital products, information products is the way the internet works right now. And if you have tried something before, if you failed before, it's not your fault. It's just like, the life that you found yourself in. Society told you, go to college, get a job, everything will be okay. That didn't work. All these other people told you this is the way to go, and it was wrong. And whenever someone says this to us, we always remind them of this great quote that we found one time that says, a cake is a very good test of an oven. If it browns too much on one side and not on the other, it's not your fault. You just need to have your oven checked. Look, you tried all these other things and they didn't work. That's okay. It was a bad oven. You broke the oven. You had the right idea. You wanted to work for yourself. You wanted to free your family. You wanted to spend more time with your kids. You wanted to do the right thing. You just used the wrong oven to bake your cake. The right oven is digital products. Jocelyn created all of her lesson plans, PDFs, guys, things you download, right? Microsoft Word documents, PowerPoint slides, maybe some videos. And she put all of her plans behind a membership wall. She charged $49 a month to access the files. Think of it kind of like Netflix for lesson plans for librarians, right? We grew that to over 1,000 monthly members at one point. I mean, do the math. What if you had 49 people paying you $1,000 a month? And we would go on to sell that business for 7 figures. And it's not just us. Meet Evan Burse. Evan's a great guy, good friend of ours that we've come to know over the years, joined our community. He was a coaching client of ours for a while, and we helped him get started online. He makes his entire living selling videos. People pay him to watch his videos. He teaches people how to draw. Now, we're not talking Picasso or fancy art or anything like that. He teaches people how to draw superheroes. He wants to help people that maybe want to draw for video games or draw for comic books to get a job in the art industry, right? When he started his business, his digital product business, he was married, working 70 hours a week, working full-time, raising 4 kids. I'll never remember he came to me the first time we talked, and he said, I thought I had my dream job, but I realized that it was just a job, and I was just a cog in the machine, and I'm just overworked, underpaid, and I need to do something else. Evan launched his first online course, and he made $10,000 on day one, $30,000 in the first month. And a few months later, he quit his full-time job to go after his real dream, which was spending more time with his wife and his kids. His website is thecartoonblock.com. You can type that in right now, right? If you want to see this guy's website, you want to see what he does, go look at it while you're listening to me talk. He's a real guy. He's a real person. He's a real member of our community, and he's done amazing things on the internet. He's built a huge following online, all because he got started and sold digital products. Another guy that I always think about when I'm thinking about great examples of real family men working full-time online is Brad Barrett. He was an accountant. His wife was an accountant. And just like you think, he didn't like being an accountant, right? He was sick of it, sick of doing taxes, sick of doing everything else. So he came into our community. He said, I don't even know what my idea would be. I just don't want to do anything in accounting. I hate my job. Why would I want to have an online business about my job? Like, Shane, you liked the football coach, so writing playbooks was cool. Jocelyn, you were cool with being a librarian, so you sold library lesson plans. Like, I hate my job. I don't want to do this. I want no part of it. So he, as we were going back and forth saying, hey, what's your idea? What do you think you could do? I said, what's something you know how to do that maybe a lot of people don't know how to do? And Brad told me, I know how to go to Disney World for free. I was like, what? Like, how do you do that? It costs like $5,000 to go to Disney World. It's expensive. And he said, well, I learned how to use credit cards and pay them off, but get points. And you build up enough points, you can go to Disneyland free, get a free hotel, free tickets, free air flight, the whole thing. I've took my family there 2 or 3 times, and we went for free every single time. And I said, that's it, dude. Set up a course. Set up a course teaching people how you did this. And he's like, but I've only done it a couple of times myself. And I'm like, yeah, but millions of people have never done it once. So you're way ahead of them. You just got to show them how to do that. So he did that. He created a course showing people how to use travel hack and use credit card points to take their families to Disney for free. And I said, man, you could sell that. And if they did it once, it would pay off in spades. It's a no-brainer. And he replaced his income, quit his job, took full control of his life. He's got a huge podcast now. He's got an amazing site over at richmondsavers.com. Real guy, getting real results, making it happen, working full-time, making his living at home. And those even aren't the craziest things. You know, we did lesson plans. We did playbooks. You know, someone taught people how to draw. You know, Brad went out and taught people how to go to Disneyland. But we know a guy who actually made $20,000 off a 30-page PDF on how to keep your goldfish alive. And I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. He goes, you sell this thing for $50. You know, those parents, they don't want their goldfish to die and their kids to cry, right? So, yeah, they'll pay it and keep their goldfish alive as long as possible and raise their fish. And I taught him how to do it. Made $20,000. We had another member of the Flip Your Life community who came in. And we said, hey, what's your idea? And he said, I keep Venus flytraps alive. We're like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, you know, like bonsai trees. Well, it's kind of like a Venus flytrap. You've really got to take care of them to keep them alive. And, you know, thousands of people all over the world have Venus flytraps, but they don't know how to raise them because they're not like a normal plant. So I created a membership and a community of Venus flytrap enthusiasts. And we were like, this is the craziest idea I've ever heard of in my life. But he launched his thing and got like 400 or 500 people around the world who love Venus flytraps to join his membership community to keep their plants alive, right? I mean, any idea can work, guys, because you don't need millions of people. You need the 500 people that love Venus flytraps. You need the 1,000 parents that want to keep their goldfish alive so their kids don't cry. Whatever your idea is, it can work, whether you're an artist, a teacher, a Venus flytrap enthusiast, or a goldfish farmer, or whatever you are. Any idea can work if you can create a digital product and sell it online. In fact, the Pew Research Center says that 1 in 4 Americans are already making money from the online economy. Now think about that. There's 300 million people in America. 1 in 4 of them, 25% of adults in this country, are making money online. So my only question is, why are you? If so many people are already doing this, millions of people, not just us, not just Brad, not just Evan, not just Jeanette, millions of people are doing this. Where are you at? Why are you not off the bench and in the game? Everyone knows something, an idea, a hobby, work skills, life skills that they can teach to someone else. Every idea has hundreds, if not thousands of people looking for it online right now. There's millions of people online are typing into Google right now. You probably searched for something today. If you can show them the answer, they will send you money. You are expert enough. You don't have to be ahead of everyone in the world or have a PhD or years of experience to do this. You've just got to be a little ahead of someone else, take them by the hand, and virtually show them how to do something, how to solve a problem. You know, when I started my football playbook business, I was by no means a Super Bowl winning coach. Okay. As a head coach, I was 3-27, not the most exciting record. Now, as a defensive coordinator, for 3 or 4 years, I was a head coach and I went to be a defensive coordinator for a team, learned a lot, got in my lane and figured out. And we won a lot of ball games, turned the program around, made the playoffs, all that good stuff. Okay. But I wasn't Bill Belichick, right? I wasn't, Pete Carroll. I was just a normal football coach, but there were a lot of football coaches who hadn't made the playoffs that year, who hadn't had a winning record before, and I could show them how we did it. Okay. Evan's first product sold $30,000 in a month. The very first thing he ever sold. Brad had only been to Disney for free a couple of times, right? Jocelyn had only been a librarian for 3 years, and her website became the largest elementary librarian website on the internet. Okay. You can do this right here where you are with what you already know. You've probably got ideas spinning around in your head. You've got hobbies. You've got talents. You've got things that your life experience has given you that you can turn into a business. One of my favorite Bible verses is Exodus 35:35, where it says, the Lord has given us all special skills as engravers, designers, embroiderers. They excel as craftsmen and as designers. You have been God-given abilities inside of you that only you can do for somebody else. You just have to activate and use those abilities and turn them into a digital product that you can sell online. All right. So remember, you only need 50 people to give you $100 or 100 people to give you $50 a month to make $60,000 a year. You can get people that you've never met out there on the internet to send you money online for stuff you already know and do. All you have to do is make a website and show them how. That's it. And if you can do that, you can win online. All right. Secret number 3. Here's how to build the time. Now, we know that you can do something to make money online. Everyone here has a strong why, Jocelyn. I'm sure the chat room was burning up with all those whys. I saw some of them flying through. Let me show you how to find the time to build the life and future that you want for your family. Some of you are saying, this sounds great. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are doing this, but you just don't know, Shane. You just don't understand, Jocelyn. You don't get my schedule, right? I'm waking up early. The kids are keeping me busy. We're chauffeuring them all afternoon. I got stuff to do at work, after at home after work. We got homework at night. All of these things are taking up so much of my time. I just don't know how to do it. Jocelyn and I felt the same way. We knew that we had to be able to make time to create some kind of product or service or course or build a business like Pat had done, like so many others had done. But we didn't really understand how to do it. Well, one of our favorite principles, our life principles, is watch the magician's hands. Jocelyn and I figured out that, what about all these other people that have made successful businesses? Well, they've got the same amount of time that we do. They've got 7 days a week. They've got 24 hours a day. They've got 365 days a year or whatever. So, like, how are they doing it? We need to look at these people and say, how are they finding the time to be so successful? Because this is the biggest excuse that everyone makes, the biggest excuse we hear, especially from parents who are working full time and raising kids. I'm just so busy with work, life, and kids. I just don't think I've got the time to do this. Well, here's a little hint, y'all. You do. We're living proof. Evan's living proof. Jeanette has 6 kids. She's living proof. You have time to do this. You just have to make it happen. When we started out, we were time pressed parents. We were living paycheck to paycheck, blaming time and money for all of our problems. But we realized that money wasn't the problem. You get more money every 2 weeks or 30 days. When you get paid, money replenishes itself. If you spend money today, it's going to come back in your next paycheck. Like, that's just the way that money works, right? Money replenishes itself. But you can't get more time. So really, the focus is not on what you can't do with money. It's what you can do with your time that's going to determine if you're successful in your online business. Beyonce has the same amount of time that you do, right? She's got 168 hours a week. All the sharks on Shark Tank and all those entrepreneurs that you see every Friday night, they got 168 hours a week, just like you. LeBron James, he's got 168 hours to be an NBA player and fly all over the country and go on the news and interviews and start businesses and all that stuff. Everybody's got 168 hours. You've got 168 hours. They've got 168 hours. We've got 168 hours. The problem is you might not be doing the right things with your 168 hours that successful people are doing with theirs. And that's what we started doing. We started looking at successful people and saying, what are they doing with their 168 hours a week that we are not doing that's holding us back, right? Because the problem is not I don't have enough time. The problem is you're not using your time effectively, okay? So Jocelyn and I, when we were getting ready to build our business, we went to a Mexican restaurant with 2 goals: eat a lot of chips and salsa and take back our 168 hours. We dropped the kids off at the grandparents and we said, we're going to figure this out. And we took a big piece of paper and literally drew 168 squares on that piece of paper. And we said, all right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, what are we doing with our time? So we wrote down the non-negotiables, things like sleep, going to work. That took up X amount of hours. We wrote down family time, kids, time with each other, kids' activities, all of that stuff, church. And we wrote all that into our calendar and we said, hey, what are we doing with the rest of the time? When we wrote down our 40 hours of work, we still had 128 hours left. When we wrote down our sleep schedule of, 8 hours a day, whatever, a night, probably 6 back then because we didn't get much sleep because of the kids being so young. We wrote it down and we were like, what about these 20 white squares? What are we doing with all of the rest of the time? Where are we wasting time that we could get it back? And as we looked at our calendar, we saw our true priorities staring at us back. We looked and said, we're watching TV 8 hours a week. What? We're just sitting here mindlessly watching the news and people fight about politics. You mean we're using social media an hour a night? We're getting on Facebook and just wasting our life away? That was 3 hours a day, 21 hours a week that we were wasting instead of investing it into our family's future. And if you really look at your calendar, you really look at your true priorities, You've got more time than you think. It only takes about an hour or two a day, guys, to build an online business. We told you, even with our business now, we're only working about 20 hours a week, right? So you don't need a lot of time. You just have to find out where you're wasting time. What is stealing time from you? If Jocelyn and I came over and did a one-on-one consultation with you and said, show us your calendar last week, not these great plans that you have for this week, not what you think you're going to do in the future or your goals. Show me how you spent your time from the moment you woke up to the moment you went to sleep. What would we see? Would we see wasted time? Would we see in there 2 or 3 hours of Netflix on a binge? Would we see you going back and watching, every episode of Game of Thrones before the next season comes out? What would we see? You're probably feeling a little guilty right now. You're probably looking at yourself in the reflection in your screen going, yeah, I probably wasted a few hours last week that I could take back. Tell us some things you waste time on in the chat. What are you wasting time? What's something you could do less of to give you more time to build a better future for your family?
And I'll give you a hint. If you have an iPhone, you can switch over to the Screen Time app. That one might scare you a little, just saying.
When we first put that app on our phone, I looked at it and it said 4 hours. I'm like, what am I doing for 4 hours on my phone? It's eye-opening. But you've probably got a lot more time in your calendar than you think. Hopefully you could watch a little less Netflix. I'm not saying give it up. I'm just saying watch a little less. Hopefully you can look at that screen time app and be like, 3 hours and 56 minutes. My goodness, I need to get that down to 2. Like, there's 3 hours back right there. Or maybe you're just sitting on Facebook waiting to argue about the next big political, religious, controversial topic that pops up in your newsfeed. Maybe you're laying there at night and you're endlessly scrolling through Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest and anything else that's wasting all of your time. You've got all the time in the world to build a better future from your family. Let's go back to Jeanette. I told you earlier I would tell you a little bit more about her story. One of the most amazing people that we've ever met in our life. Jeanette had 6 kids, guys. Her and her husband were working full-time jobs, and she quit her job in just 3 months. Her website's highschoolmathteachers.com. If you don't believe me, go check it out. Whoops, went too far. But she was able to say, you know what's happening? I'm staying up too late. I'm wasting time on social media. I'm doing things I shouldn't be doing. So I'm going to bed early. I'm going to get up at 4 a.m. and I'm going to work for 3 hours before my 6 kids wake up. She did that for 3 straight months, 3 hours a day, about 5 days a week, guys. It's only 15 hours a week that she found time to make her dreams a reality. And she was able to quit her job. Now, if you've got less than 6 kids, you don't get an excuse because she found time to do it. You can find time to do it too. And when you look at the world's most successful people, they control their calendar. Every minute they spend, they maximize it to make sure that they get a return on that investment because you don't get time back. Money replenishes itself. Anything you spend today is going to come back at your next paycheck. Doesn't matter, right? But it's time that you've got to get control of. And that's what we want to help you do so that you can build a life like we did. When we started, we had 2 small kids. Brad had 2 kids. Evan had 4 kids. Jeanette had 6 kids. There's a story in the Bible about a guy named Gideon who had 70 sons, and he did a lot of great things. He ended up in the Bible for it, right? You have all the time. You have no excuse. Doesn't matter how big your family is. Doesn't matter how much time you spend in at work. There is something that you can replace with work on your dreams to make those dreams a reality. We all have 168 hours a week, period. You do, we do, failures do, successful people do. The only difference between successful people and everyone else is how they use that 168 hours. And they don't make excuses. They don't find time. They make time so their future becomes a reality. Okay? So there's 3 things that we really want to stress to you tonight. If you don't get anything else from this presentation, guys, that you need to make your online dream a reality, to make money online or work from home. 1, you can become a successful, self-employed person if you have a strong why. Number 2, you can get people you've never met to send you money online. You only need 100 people to give you $50 a month to make $60,000 a year. And you can make time to build the life and the future that you want for your family. Now, let me ask you a couple questions. Are you a little bit overwhelmed right now? Like, are you excited about the possibility that you could make money online, that you could work from home, just like us, just like Jeanette, just like Evan, Brad, and hundreds of other people out there that are making money online and working from home? If you're excited, tell us in the chat, because you're probably sitting there going, man, I'm sick of working 70 hours a week. I'm sick of having a bad boss. I'm sick of missing all of these things in the best year of my life just to have an income, just to make a living. As we talk to people, they often look at us and their eyes get bigger as we go through and tell them what's possible and what we've done. And it was almost like they've been drinking water from a fire hose. Who feels like this right now? Who's excited but extremely overwhelmed? I see someone in the chat just said, I'm excited, but I'm also afraid. And that's fine. Hey, fear is a part of the journey. It never goes away. We deal with it too. This is very overwhelming, guys, because it's so different than what we were all taught growing up. It can be really overwhelming. But Jocelyn and I believe our mission in life, our job, is to turn that overwhelm, to turn that fire hose into a water fountain, something that you can drink one drink at a time, step by step, moving toward what you want. You know, I told you an hour ago that I'd show you how you could earn a living without working for someone else, how you could work from home or anywhere on the earth, how you could spend more time with your family like we do, how you could stop settling for that good enough life, like, oh, well, I got a paycheck, but, you know, it runs out in 2 weeks, and I just hope that I got enough next time, but it's good enough. I'm okay. It could be worse. You don't want that. We told you we would tell you how we could travel and do and have more selling digital products online, but there's no way we can cover everything here. We are the first to admit it is a step-by-step journey. It took us 12 months to quit our job, guys, through trial and error. So we want to give you some more information right now, how you can get started, how you can move forward, and you can learn to do this too and start your journey step by step. So can we tell you a little bit more about our program? Would you like to learn about the Flip Your Life Blueprint, how you can get started and how it can help you like it's helped thousands of other people? Would you like us to take away some of those excuses? Would you like to help you when you're afraid, and how we can help you not let that fear stop you? If you would like to know more about the program, just tell us in the chat. I see a couple people are already like, baby steps. Let me know. Let's go. Tell me about it. If you're ready to learn more, type yes. See a yes in there. Love it. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about the Flip Your Life Blueprint. You know, this plan that we went through, that we created, was hard-earned and hard-won territory. We didn't know what we were doing, and we had to trial and error this and figure it out the hard way. And once we got to the end of our journey, when we had quit our job, we worked full-time, started making money from home, we said we need to organize this into an easy step-by-step plan so people can avoid those mistakes that we made, so people can get away from all the hardness and they know exactly what to do next. So we created this plan called the Flip Your Life Blueprint for other families who want to change their future. This plan helps you set goals, learn how to take your idea and find out if it can make money online, how to create products, how to build your website, how to do all the marketing and sales. Really big one here, how to manage your time so that you can actually find the time to do this, how to set up your business, start LLCs, and all of the bank accounts and things that go along with it. Most importantly, how to create recurring income, how to get those 100 people to pay you $50 a month every single month, get your content out there, grow your audience, and build the life that you want. Working for yourself, not for someone else. Working for home, not in an office or a school. And this isn't a DIY program. You're going to see a lot of things out there, guys, that are like, here's some stuff, good luck. No, this is a DIT program. It's a do it together program. All of our trainings come with a huge community of hundreds of like-minded entrepreneurs from all over the world to hold you accountable, to help answer your questions, and to work with you to build a life and a future for your family. You can see here we have thousands of posts, hundreds of conversations, people from over 30 countries and every state in the United States. Wherever you're from, there's somebody in the community that's probably from your area. And it's an active community. It's not a dead zone. Every question asked in our community gets an average of 5 replies per question. And it's not just me and Jocelyn. There's hundreds of really smart, really focused, really dedicated people inside of this community working together to help each other. It's one of the things that we're most proud of about our program is that we've really built a culture of working together and moving forward together and helping each other. I mean, imagine every question in your mind right now about online business, every question about making money online, every question about working from home. When it popped into your head, you could put it into a community and 5 people would reply to you to help you find the answer to that question. It's amazing. It's an unbelievable place, and it's a part of the Flip Your Life Blueprint. So many great members in there. Members like Jeff Twitty from Ohio. Jeff built an online business, working full time, raising a family. Listen to this. He had a 3-hour commute every day. He had to drive an hour and a half to work and an hour and a half home. And somehow he found the time to build a $250,000 a year business in just a few months, totally with our program, right? He started listening to our podcast, got into our stuff, and he built this amazing business. And now he gets to work from home. His goal was to get his wife to be able to quit her job, and she was able to do that in around a year. Imagine that. If you want your spouse to go and work, if you want to quit your job and have the choice to be able to do that, Jeff did it. You can do it. People like Rebecca and Dan, 2 amazing Flip Your Life community members. We're actually going to be driving to their hometown to eat lunch with them next week. Rebecca and Dan are just amazing people. We love our community members. We love to get in person with them as much as possible when we can. They started a health-related membership website, and they had built it to over 400 members. Now they get to work home together every single day, all because they started working online. And it's not just medical niches or art or, accounting or going to Disney World or library lesson plans, or you can do this with anything. Meet Rena. Rena was a flamenco dance instructor. When she came into the community, she said, how can I possibly make money on this? And we said, well, what do you do? And she said, well, I teach flamenco dancing. And I'm like, I didn't know that was even a thing, but I guess it would have to be because someone would have to teach someone to learn it, right? So she had a studio in LA where she taught people how to flamenco dance, but she wanted to scale it. She wanted to take it online so she could serve the entire worldwide flamenco dancing community. So she created a course. She created a community. She did monthly lessons. When she launched, she got over 100 people to pay her $29 a month. I mean, what would $3,000 a month do to change your life, change your family's future, give you more margin in your budget, right? Be able to reinvest back into your business, be able to take the vacation you've been putting off for years. It's an amazing thing that can happen when you put these digital products online for the entire world to become your market. We've had hundreds and hundreds of success stories inside of the Flip Your Life community. Thousands of people all over the world listen to our podcast, visit our website, and take our courses. And so many real people from all walks of life go inside of the Flip Your Life community, put the Flip Your Life blueprint to work, and change their family's future. And we want you to be a part of that. And we want to reward you right now because you're taking action. Like, there's a lot of people in this chat room right now. There's a lot of people watching live. But guess what? There was a lot more people that registered for this. There were a lot more people that want something different, but they're not showing up to make it happen. But you are. You're taking action. You're sick and tired of living a life that's good enough, and you want more. If you didn't want more, you wouldn't be here. And we want your family to find the freedom that we have for making money online and working from home. It's hard to explain how different our life is now, guys, how free we are. Everything that comes up, every conversation we have, we are in the driver's seat. And we want you to have that kind of control over your life. And we want you to have that kind of future for your family too. So here's what we want to do for you tonight for coming to tonight's presentation. We want to fast track your success with the Flip Your Life Blueprint. We want to get you into our program tonight. We want to get you into our community, introduce you to everyone tonight so that you can get started on your journey. You can start taking those baby steps and working through this step-by-step plan so that you can make money online and work from home too. Now, the Flip Your Life Blueprint, we've sold in the past for up to almost $1,000, $997 a year to have access to it, right? We've sold it for that in the past. Many of our competitors sell their program for that as well, like over $1,000 or more. We've seen programs up to $10,000, but we're not going to charge you that. We want you to get in at an affordable rate. That's one of our number one missions in life, is to make online business as affordable and accessible to as many people as possible online. So we're not going to charge you $1,000, but it's worth $1,000. We've charged people in the past $97 a month, up to $1,000 a year just to have access to our blueprint. This is the same program that's used by thousands of people online, the same exact step-by-step program that we used to quit our job in just 12 months. All right. So we're going to give you the entire Flip Your Life Blueprint, a $997 value, but we're also going to include our tech toolkit. We're going to give you a step-by-step plan to build your website, your blog, your sales pages, and create your content. We've sold this before for $497, guys. So that's a total value, real value of what us and real people have actually charged in the past, $1,494. Because we know that technology holds people back. We created a step-by-step, easy-to-use thing to build your website. Some people, I think there's some members actually in the chat room right now that have taken these courses. It's a step-by-step program. We're going to give you everything to start, build, and grow your business in the Flip Your Life Blueprint, the Flip Your Life Tech Toolkit, $1,494 value. We're also going to let you have full access to the Flip Your Life community, all of our forums. You want to get in there, you want to get people helping, you want to surround yourself by great people. You're the average of the 5 people you hang around with the most. We want to give you hundreds of people that you can hang around with and talk to every single day while you build your business. This right now, recently we charged $788 just for access to the Flip Your Life community for a year's access, right? A place where you can go ask questions for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and connect with other hardworking parents, married entrepreneurs from around the world. We're going to give you the Flip Your Life Blueprint, the tech toolkit, all that, a total value of $2,282 tonight, just because you showed up. We want you to get access to that so that you can have a place where you can go ask questions. You can get the help that you need. We're also going to throw in our online business idea quick start course, a $297 value. We're going to help you take your idea and research it. We're not just going to throw you to the wolves, guys. You're going to watch a course that's going to help you find your idea. If you don't have an idea right now, we're going to help you find it. If you've got an idea, but you're not sure if it can make money online, we have a course inside, a 45-minute video that you can watch, take action on, and you will know before you go to bed tonight if your idea can make money online. We've sold that course individually by itself for $297, guys. And we're going to put that in there right now. You could be taking that course tonight, get your idea and research it, and know before you go to bed. You can look over at your spouse and say, I've got an idea and I know it's making money online. You could do that tonight. That's going to be inside. We're also going to help you set your goals, find customers, and create the products. All of that is inside the Flip Your Life community. So you're going to get the Flip Your Life Blueprint, a $997 value, the Flip Your Life Tech Toolkit so you can build your website, start your blog, start creating content. That's a $497 value. You're going to get full access right now, instant access to the Flip Your Life community, a $788 value. You're going to get the online business idea quick start course so you can go out there right now and make sure and find that idea before you go to bed tonight if you want to, or you can take it tomorrow morning if you want to. That's a $297 value. But we're also going to be throwing in a special course that is unique to the Flip Your Life program. It's our time management training for working parents. All these other programs out there are designed for single entrepreneurs, people who've got, 80 hours a week that they can throw into their business full time. We know that you have special challenges because we were time pressed working parents when we started. So we created a special course just for people like you, $197 value. And it's going to be inside the community right now. If that's your biggest struggle right now, you can actually go in there and figure it out, and you can set your goals and find the time you need to create a better future for your family inside. $197 value. That's a total value of $2,776. And these are real prices that we have actually charged in the past. We're also going to put in a bonus, getting you and your spouse on the same page. One of the biggest problems I had was convincing Jocelyn to go along this crazy ride with me. And we knew that other people were going to struggle with that too. Some of you are watching this tonight and you got your earbuds in and you're looking over and your spouse went to sleep and you didn't even tell them that you're thinking about starting an online business or making money online or working from home. We've got a special course to help you guys get on the same page, to stop the marital conflict before it starts. This is actually priceless, guys, but we've actually sold this for $297 in the past.
And you can also watch this one tonight. So if you are watching this while they're sleeping and you decide to join our community tonight, and you think to yourself, I don't know how I'm going to explain this. Well, this course might help you.
That might help you do that. All right. So we got the Flip Your Life Blueprint, $997 value, the Flip Your Life Tech Toolkit, $497 value, the Flip Your Life community forum, $788 value, online business idea quick start course, $297, time management training for working parents, $297, a bonus that we're going to throw in that's priceless, but we've sold it for $297. That's getting you and your spouse on the same page. That's a total value of $3,173, guys, based on prices we have charged and what our competitors are actually selling their products for. But you can join tonight for as little as $19 a month. I'm serious here. You can go in and you can join the Flip Your Life community right now, and it's $19 tonight. $19 per month to get access to all of this, the entire blueprint, the tech toolkit, our entire community, all of our community forums, our quick start guide, the time management training, the getting you and your spouse on the same page for $19 a month. You can join right now for $19 a month. Guys, $19 a month. The average family spends $100 a month eating out at McDonald's. Like when you went through a drive-through and you bought you, your spouse, and your 3 kids Happy Meals the other day, you probably spent $50 just trying to get some chicken nuggets, right? That's $100 a month we waste eating out. And you could use 19 of those dollars right now to join the Flip Your Life community. The average family in America spends $90 a month drinking coffee. We throw $90 at coffee and $100 at chicken nuggets. This is $19 a month that you can invest into yourself to give your family a better future. The average family spends $111 a month on subscription services. Netflix. Who's got Netflix in here? Who's got Hulu and Netflix? Who's got Hulu, Netflix, DirecTV Now, Amazon Prime, and HBO Go, right? Or maybe you're paying for Xbox Live or the PlayStation Video Game Network.
Who's paying for something you don't even know what it is? This happened to us just the other day. Shane's like, "What is all this stuff from iTunes?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Our kids have subscribed to apps and stuff.
I log into my phone and like we have all these subscriptions that we're not even using. So how many subscriptions do you have that you're paying for that you're not using that you could turn around and invest in building a business to change your future?
You know, we all need to stop wasting money and start investing and educating ourselves to build a better future for our families, right? Like, you don't even have to give up all of these things. Like, we're not saying that. Like, it's not about all or nothing, going all in and becoming, this frugal person who doesn't ever spend money on anything. If you just took $10 less through the drive-through, $10 less through the coffee, and maybe canceled one subscription that you're probably not even using, that would more than cover the $19 a month to join the Flip Your Life community, get full access to the Flip Your Life blueprint, and start changing your family's future tonight. We actually hang out inside of our community. Jocelyn and I are in the forums. We don't talk on every single post every single day because there's just so much activity. There's hundreds and hundreds of posts in there every single week. But we're actually available. We're actually in our community. Unlike some other experts online that disappear and ghost on you, we're actually going to be around. And we do member calls every single month live where we answer premium member questions for premium members inside the Flip Your Life community. To talk to me and Jocelyn one-on-one costs about $500 an hour. There's so many people out there that are in our audience, listening to our podcast and in our community. We just can't talk to every single one, so we have to charge for one-on-one calls. But you could get 2 live Q&As a month if you become a premium member tonight. That's worth $1,000 extra dollars. That brings the total value of our program to $4,170. That program is only $49 a month. So you can get the whole Flip Your Life blueprint, the tech toolkit, the Flip Your Life community, the online business quick start guide, all of our forums, the time management training, the spouse training, all of that for just $19 a month. Or you could go premium tonight and you could be able to talk to us live every 2 weeks on our member calls. So we have 2 options for you guys out there tonight. Listen, maybe you're just wanting to get your feet in the water, right? You would become a standard member, join at $19 a month, start taking the programs, start talking in the forums. You can upgrade later. Or maybe you're ready tonight to go all in and you want to be on that next member call that's happening in just like a week. You want to be with me and Jocelyn live every 2 weeks to hold you accountable and ask us direct questions. You can join tonight. Our premium membership is only $49 a month.
And so I just wanted to say that the $49 level does also include everything that's at the $19 level. You just, in addition, you get those 2 live Q&As where we answer your questions. We come on video, we talk to our members, and we answer all your questions. Mike, he's in the YouTube chat right now, and he says, "I'm a member, and this is a great deal."
Yes.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that, man. But there's 2 levels. We're here for everybody, guys. We want to give everybody a chance. We want you to be able to get into these courses, get into this community, and start taking action. $19 a month. Okay. Or if you want to go to the next level, you can attend our member calls and we can talk to you and answer your questions there. That's $49 a month. This is super affordable, guys, at any access level that you want to pick. You can get the Flip Your Life Blueprint, our entire blueprint, nothing back. You're not going to get in there and we're going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, some of this is blacked out. Every course instantly available right now. $997 value. The Flip Your Life Tech Toolkit. You want to, I don't know how to build a website. We're going to show you how to build a website. That's a $497 value. The Flip Your Life community, all of our community forums, every one of them are included. You're going to be able to talk to anybody who's a member at any level tonight in our forums. As soon as you get there, you're going to be introducing yourself. $788 value. The online business idea quick start course, if you're struggling with an idea or you're not sure if your idea we're going to make you money, you could be watching those courses tonight. That's a $297 value. Our time management training, what's my calendar look like? How am I going to find time to do this? We're going to help you find time to do this. Our program, unlike any other program out there, is designed for working parents. If you're a parent and you got a job and you're time pressed, we're going to help you figure it out. That's $297 value. Plus the special bonus, getting your spouse on the same page with your online dream, $297 value. Everything you need right now to make money online, work from home, build your business, follow the same path we did to quit our jobs in just a year, a $3,173 value for $19 a month. And you're not going to get there either. I hate it when people trick you and they get there and like, oh, it's $19 a month. And then you get there and it's like the whole year. Oh, but it works out to $19 a month. No, that's literally like $19 tonight. Like you join and it's $19 tonight and you get access to all of this stuff. Okay. Or if you want to go premium, you get 2 live Q&As with us every single month. Our next one, I think, is in about a week. You're going to be able to get on, ask questions, talk with some really high achievers, some really active people. Those chat rooms are the funnest chat rooms around. They're an absolute blast. You get to talk directly to me and Jocelyn, ask us questions. That's a $1,000 value, $4,173 value for just $49 a month. Only $49 tonight. That's it. All right, let's go back to that original analogy we have, $49. That's still less than what you're spending in the drive-thru. That's still less than what you're spending at the Starbucks. And that's still probably less than you're wasting on subscriptions you may only use once a month, right? So let's stop spending money on things that don't help us grow, don't improve our family's future. And let's just take a portion of those things and invest it in your online business so that you can make money online and work from home. You can join today for $19 a month, or you can go premium for $49 a month. Okay. So one more time, let me tell you about everything. I know there's a lot of questions in the chat room. If you've got a question right now about the Flip Your Life community, we're about to have a Q&A session for a little while. We're going to go through all of the options for you, but you can get the Flip Your Life Blueprint, the Tech Toolkit, all of our forums, full access to our online business idea quick start course, our time management course for working parents, getting your spouse on board with your dreams, all of that for just $19 a month. Or you can throw in and go premium, 2 live Q&As with us every month, $1,000 value just for those calls by themselves, $4,170 value for $49 a month. Guys, this is what we have been creating over the last 4 or 5 years. You're going to get 4 or 5 years of our best knowledge. We've worked with hundreds, I want to stress that, hundreds of family-focused entrepreneurs over the last 4 or 5 years. And we've put all of that knowledge into a course, into a plan, into a program that we know can help you change your family's future if you just take action and do it. Okay. Now, before we get to the Q&A, some of you may be saying, why would you offer all of that value, things you've actually sold for that much money in the past, for such a low monthly price? Well, let me tell you a little bit about how we got into this journey in the first place. Okay. Now, we told you earlier that our first businesses were not teaching other people and coaching other people how to start making money online. Our first businesses were selling lesson plans, we're selling playbooks, we're, doing other things online. And when we quit our jobs, most people in our life thought we were crazy. They said, what are you doing? But whenever you do something and then you become successful later, all those people that said, what are you doing, turn around and say, how can I do that too? Right? So as we quit our job and people saw that we were okay and that we were successful and actually flourishing and more prosperous than we'd ever been in our life, they started asking us questions to see if they could do it too. One of those people was Lindsay and her husband, JT. Lindsay and JT are the first people that we ever helped make money online. Lindsay came up to Jocelyn and said, I'd love to stay home and homeschool my daughter and my son, but I'd have to quit my job to do that. And I don't know if we could make it if I wasn't making any money. So could you show me how to make money online too? So Jocelyn, just not even, thinking anything about it, said, sure. So she taught Lindsay how to make digital products. She taught Lindsay how to sell online. She taught Lindsay how to make money. And Lindsay made enough money online to quit her job and stay home and live her dream of homeschooling her kids. And one day after church, JT came up to me in the back hallway and, he said, hey, Shane, can I talk to you for a minute? And, he got a little choked up and he had a tear in his eye. And he said, I just wanted to thank you and Jocelyn for everything that you did for our family. That money not only let Lindsay stay home and quit her job and, homeschool our kids, but it let us take a vacation last year that, we couldn't have afforded if we hadn't been making money online before. And I haven't been on vacation in a couple of years, man. So that was awesome. And I just wanted you to know that my dream is to get my PhD and become a college professor. That's my dream. I want to do that. And we're using some of that money that Lindsay made online to pay for my PhD. And, this has really changed our life. And, by this point, I'm getting misty eyed. I'm crying and we're hugging in the back hallway. And, and we go get the kids and out of the nursery and get in the car. And as we're driving out of the parking lot, I told Jocelyn that story. And, we stopped at a red light and I looked over at her and I said, if what we know changed our life and our family's future, and what we taught Lindsay and JT changed their life and changed their family's future, then I think we need to go tell everyone about this. And we need to make learning how to do this as affordable and accessible to as many families as possible so that they can change their families too. And that's how Flipped Lifestyle was born. That's how the Flip Your Life community, you can see here, hundreds of people at our last live event came to be, because our mission is to make starting an online business as affordable and accessible to as many families as possible. So people just like you can find the freedom that we have making money online and working from home. Guys, this is what we have dedicated our life to, is to helping more moms and dads be home with their kids, to let more moms and dads build a life and financial freedom that they never dreamed possible. And that's why we offer it so much value for such a low monthly price, because we want you to invest in yourself and have skin in the game so that you can go in and make things happen. Look, guys, your $19 or $49 a month, and I don't say this in any arrogant way, is not going to change our lives. Like, we have made a lot of money online. We sold a business for 7 figures. Like, we're good. We're cool. We're on the other side. That's why we call it the flipped lifestyle. It's past tense. We've done it, right? It's not going to change our life, but it could change yours. That $19 or that $49 that you invest in yourself tonight might be the difference in your life looking very different 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now. This program is for you. So you have skin in the game to hold you accountable. When you see that $19 charge, you're like, I got to get in there and take a course, right? This could change your life. It's not going to change ours. But listen, we're not your savior. We're just your guides. We have a proven plan that works for working parents just like you, but it's up to you to take action, just like JT and Lindsay did, just like Evan did, just like Jeanette, Rena, Jeff, Brad, so many others have already done, so that you can finally change your family's future too. Okay? We want you to never miss a milestone again, never miss a recital, never miss a ball game, never be sitting around the table staring down at bills and a calculator with your spouse thinking, oh my gosh, how are we going to do this? Never to have to worry about choosing work over spending time with the people you love the most, and never have to dealing with a bad boss or bad coworkers ever again. This program exists. The Flip Your Life community exists so that other families can find freedom just like we did. And we want you to join tonight. So we're going to go into our Q&A session. I want to remind you again, at any time, all you got to do is click the orange button on your page right below this video, and you can go to the sales page where you can see more information about the Flip Your Life community, read even more testimonials from all the amazing people that have found success inside. That's going to take you to a page. You just click Get Started when you're ready, and that's going to take you to our options page where you can join premium $49 a month to get those member calls with us, or you can get in and get full access to every course and every forum right now. Okay? So Jocelyn is taking questions throughout the thing. She's been taking some of our questions and putting them into slides ahead of me, so they're ready when we get there. And we also have a lot of questions in the chat. So if you got any questions about us, our programs, or anything we talked about tonight, we're going to take questions here for about 15 to 20 minutes. and try to answer as many of those as possible. So our first question is, does this include everything? Yes, every course that we have, Jennifer, every forum post, everything is in there. Okay, so this is not like we're dripping out content. It's like a supermarket. You can walk in tonight, get whatever you need wherever you are, watch the course, take the action, ask the questions.
And when we say courses, there are dozens of courses in here, okay?
Dozens.
And they're not just like 5-minute courses. I mean, these are like some of them are longer than others, but these are very in depth. They each have a printable workbook to go along with them. Like, you will know exactly what to do when you get in.
And every one of our courses comes with its own forum. Okay, it's not just a general forum. It's not just an action plan forum or a success story forum. It's every single course we have, you can ask questions on it. So if you get stumped, you need some help moving forward, you can ask questions, and us and the community will jump in and help you out. Okay. All right. Next question is, I'm not sure I'm expert enough to teach anything. I don't even know what my idea would be. Okay. So listen, as soon as you get in there tonight, at the very top, there's 2 courses: setting your goals and finding your idea. Like you can watch that course tonight, fill out the workbook, and you will have an idea. And then the third course in that series is called Vetting Your Idea. I have a 45-minute course with a workbook that you can go through and do some research. I'm going to show you how to research to see if your idea can make money online. It's really easy to tell. I've got it all inside. It's a 3 or 4 step process, and you'll know tonight not only what your idea is, like you have something that you can teach someone. You're ahead of somebody somewhere. You know things that other people don't, and you can do this. And we've got courses to help you, zero in, figure out your best idea that you can try first, and then go see if it's making money online. Now, your idea, the first idea you try may not be the one that hits the home run. Jocelyn and I tried 2 or 3 different websites before that first one like really hit. But we're going to help you work through your ideas, find the things that you can latch onto, and make sure that it makes money online before you get started.
Okay, Tish had a similar question. She wanted to know if she has like no clue of what to do. Will you provide me with an idea? So the courses are going to walk you through that. But one good way to know what you know about that maybe you could teach someone else is to ask someone that's close to you.
Or to think about someone who's asked you a question recently. Like, what do other people come to you for? That's a good place to start.
So go to someone who's close to you and say, hey, if you were going to ask me about something, what would it be? Like if I were going to teach a class about something, what would it be? And get other people to tell you ideas about that.
Yeah, that's a good place to start. And then the first course on ideas actually has like a 3-part series. It looks like you ever seen a Venn diagram? You draw the 3 circles and you can go back and forth. Like I take you through a good process that's going to help you pull all of the ideas out of you and come up with something to start with. So yes, if you have, that was the point when we created the Flip Your Life Blueprint, was how could we eliminate all the struggles that we went through? And one of the biggest struggles we had was, what's our idea? So we focus a lot of time and energy inside the community on helping you zero it in. And here's the great thing. If you're still confused a little bit, you can go into the Flip Your Life community. You can start a post in the forums tonight, and dozens of people will chime in and say, you can say, hey, here's all the things I do. Here's all my hobbies. Here's the jobs I've had. Here's what people ask me about. And they're going to help you sort through this. So you're not alone. This is not something that you're just going to have to figure out. You don't have to hit a home run, right? Guys, we can work through a process. We can try a couple things until we can throw some mud on the wall until it sticks. Okay. So yes, everything is step by step. Everything is laid out in a process and a procedure. You do one video before you do the next video, or you can jump in and get any information you need right now. Okay. Good question.
Okay. And Manny asked along those lines, can you jump to the module that you need? And the answer is yes.
100%.
So, if you already have an idea and you feel like it's pretty solid, then you can definitely skip on to the next thing.
Hey, maybe some of you out there that are listening, you've already started a business. You may even be making a little money online, but maybe you're not making stable income. Well, we have a course on creating recurring income. You can skip ahead to that. Maybe you just want to up your sales game. Okay. Well, we have sales funnels training. We have sales and marketing training. We have advertising for Facebook ads training. We've got some stuff in there for Google ads. We've got some stuff in there for YouTube on how to make videos and things like that. Like all of the courses are 100% fully accessible. If you need to go to the grocery store to get milk, you go to the milk aisle, right? That's exactly how the Flip Your Life Blueprint actually works. So you can start from the beginning and work through to the end, one course at a time, or you can jump in and get just what you need right now to move forward and take your next steps. And it's also why we're so focused on the community and those Q&As. Like you can show up and say, hey guys, here's where I am. Where should I go next? and get some help for doing that. Okay. All right. Chris says, how will I find customers? Once again, we have sales training. We're going to show you how to create sales funnels. We're going to show you how to do ads. We're going to show you how to develop a content strategy to get some of that search traffic from Google. So we're going to help you find those customers and build different places where you can grow an audience so that you can have people to sell. We're going to show you how to do email marketing so you can build a customer list and an email list. All of that is inside the Flip Your Life Blueprint. Okay. Eric says, will I get to talk to you guys? Well, we do talk in the forums. We do not answer every single post in our forums personally, but we have a team that helps us go through and make sure that everyone does get an answer, right? Because sometimes it's just, hey, you need to take this course. So we try to make sure that everybody knows where to go next. And our forums have an average of 5 people. There's some really smart people in our community, guys. There may be some people in there that are way smarter than us, right? There's some people that we shoot questions to sometimes, right? Because it's a community that we lead, but we're not this omnipotent guru sitting over everybody that knows everything, right? We believe in strength in numbers. We believe cords of 3 are not easily broken, right? Just like the Bible says. So there's going to be a lot of help in there. You're going to get all the support that you need inside the community. And we do talk in our forums, but the best way to actually talk to us is on our member calls for the premium level. So the $19 a month membership has forums. You're going to get the whole community. We are in there. I try to get in there and answer some questions every single morning if I can. Jocelyn gets there and asks questions. Our team answers questions. Other members answer each other's questions. But to talk directly to us, I jump into that premium level for $49 a month, and you can be on our member calls with us. Okay. And I think we have some new members, Jocelyn, inside of the Flip Your Life community tonight. So Jocelyn's got a list of those over there. We wanted to welcome some of those new members that have jumped in and joined. Jocelyn's cycling through tabs right now as we're keeping a list of that.
All right.
Oh, no. Are we still on the internet? I'm loading right now.
I hope so. I don't know.
Hold on. My screen is not loading.
Can anyone still hear us?
Can you still hear us? All right, there we go. New members.
All right. We have Priscilla from California. We have Carolina from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
I love some international members up in the house.
We have Amy from Louisiana. We're still checking a couple of other things.
Looks like we've got Della. Let me see where she's from. Looks like we got Samantha. Welcome. Della is a premium member. Good job, Della. We cannot wait to talk to you on the next call. Della is from, let me click on this and I can see. Our community is so scattered out all over the world. We love seeing where people actually come from. She is from Minnesota. So welcome. Awesome. Good to have you here. And then we've got, let's see who's next there. Let's see.
All right. Troy says, yes, he can still hear us.
Good. All right, good. Okay. All right. We've got Samantha White. Samantha has joined the Flip Your Life community tonight. Welcome, Samantha. Let's see where Samantha's from. Clicking a button here. It's showing me. And she is from Strathdale. Where's Victoria? Australia. She's from Australia.
Oh, yay.
Awesome. We have lots of Australian members.
We have so many Australian friends and lots of Australian members.
Yes. We have some we have community managers and moderators and longtime members. We have a really big audience for our podcast down in Australia. So good to have you here. You will not be alone from all the people down under. So let me show our new members. We got other people, looks like, that are signing up right now. If you've not joined, we're going to be ending the webinar soon. We're going to take a few more questions. And then we're going to probably have to wrap this thing up tonight because our kids are still awake. They're watching a movie right now. We homeschool, so we told them they could sleep in the morning. We found that getting them to bed was harder than just letting them watch a movie. And we got the freedom to do that because we control our schedule. So we're letting them stay up tonight. For those of you who are just joining today, go to fliplifestyle.com and click on member login. And as soon as you get into the community, and we're going to send you an email that tells you everything to do here, we just want to let you know what's going on inside. I want you to click on forums and go to the Start Here forum. And we want you to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from. Tell us about your family. Tell us what you're doing for a living right now. And, tell us about your dreams. Tell us about your goals. Tell us what you think your idea is. And we'd love to learn more about you. I love to jump on after these calls and check all that out. After that, go to the Flip Your Life Blueprint and start watching a course. Try to take a course tonight. Why don't you hustle? Why don't you stay up, grind it out? All of our courses are less than an hour long. Some of them are like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But maybe you need to get in that idea course. Maybe you need to figure out what your product is. Maybe you need to want to learn about Facebook ads. Whatever it is, get in there tonight. Try to check out a course. Maybe ask a question. It's all good. But you can check out the Flip Your Life Blueprint area. It's the one with the little computer logo. And then go into the general forum and ask questions. If you've got questions, listen, this is open 24-hour a day, 7 days a week. There's almost always members inside there lurking around and running around and hanging out with each other and talking about their business, because we have members in all time zones around the world pretty much. So like, get in there and chat, ask some questions. Maybe it's even just, what do I do first, right? But click over there on forums, go to the general forum. That's where most of the action happens. And we would love to see what questions you have going forward. Next up, you can set an action plan. We have an accountability forum. So if you want to say, hey, guys, I'm going to come up with my idea this week. I'm going to watch the course, take action. I'm going to post it here. Other members and us will hold you accountable in there. You can put that, declare it to the world, I'm doing this, and then make it real, and people will help jump in, support you, give you that accountability you need to be successful. And then anytime you do anything in the community, guys, we love to celebrate those successes with you. If you listen to our podcast, the Flip Lifestyle Podcast, all of our guests come from the Success Forum. We always reward action takers, just like we're rewarding you with that great deal tonight, $19 a month or $49 a month for our premium plan. You can join the Success Forum there and tell us anything you do. If you watch a course, say, I watched the course.
I made an action plan for this week. That is a success story.
Yes.
Okay.
If I wrote my email sequence. I built my website.
I got an idea.
Yeah. I got my idea. I quit my job. Whatever it is, you're going to jump in there and you can see dozens of other members are going to wrap themselves around you and celebrate that success with you.
We want to see you post in there every day. Every day.
Whatever you're working on. Okay. So that's one of the funnest places inside of the community. So welcome all those new members. If you're filling out your thing and I didn't get to read your name just yet, that's cool. Go ahead. You've got a few more minutes to jump in and get this offer. There's not a time limit on this offer. We're not going to throw up a clock and throw this fake scarcity at you like all these other people do. Guys, these are the prices. Like, that's what it costs. But we want you to have urgency to join now so that you can start working today, tomorrow, and you can get closer to your family's future quicker, and you can build the life you want faster. Like, it shouldn't be urgent because we say you've got 24 hours to join our community. There's the prices, guys. That's what they are. Okay. It should be urgent because you want to get started. You want to take action. You want to do that. We would much rather you join the community with urgency because you want to change your family's future than some fake scarcity, some fake clock that other people put on their website, right? So that's the prices. That's what they are. But we want you to join tonight. We want you to get started. Okay. So let me remind you real quick what's inside. Then we'll do about 3 or 4 more questions. And then we're going to have to wrap this up tonight. The Flip Your Life Blueprint, $997 value. The Flip Your Life Tech Toolkit, $497 value. The Flip Your Life Community with all the forums included, $788 value. The Online Business Quick Start course, $297 value. Our time management training specifically created for working parents, $297 value. The special bonus, getting you and your spouse on the same page, $297 value. And if you want to join, that's $19 a month. And if you want to join the premium level, $49 a month. 2 live Q&As with me and Jocelyn on camera, speaking to you just like we're speaking to you right now. That's $49 a month. And listen, if you want to jump in that $19 a month plan, you could upgrade later. That's cool. You want to do that? You want to try premium and you don't like the member calls, you can downgrade back to 19. It's all good. Whatever you want to do. We just want you to get started. We want to help you. Okay. All right. So Brian looks like he's asked, is there a long-term commitment? No, there is not. The Flip Your Life community is cancel anytime. It is on a month-to-month basis. Cancel anytime. And your first month, if 30 days from now you don't like it, we'll even give you that first month back. First month you can get 30-day money back guarantee on. No long-term commitment. Cancel anytime. There's really no risk at all for trying this tonight. Okay. Good question, Brian. Brenda asked, do you take credit cards or PayPal? We take both. You can find that when you get to the order form. There will be a button that you can click to choose your payment method. I think we take everything but American Express. But I believe you can use PayPal for American Express. You have to check when you get in there. MasterCard, Visa, debit cards, credit cards, PayPal, all that. We accept it all. Why do you charge at all? If this is your mission, why charge? From Tina. Well, that's a great question. Like, the reason we charge is because almost every single person but 1 or 2 that we've tried to help for free had no skin in the game and they had no motivation. But by charging, you're trading dollars out of your budget to invest in yourself for your future. Like, you've got skin in the game. You're a part of the process. And like, you've got that monthly reminder of that money leaving your bank account that you need to go take action on your investment, right? So there's an old saying that says people who pay attention. And we want you to pay attention. We want you to do this. If we just wanted to get your money, and sell stuff, we would just ask for $1,000 up front and never talk to anybody again, like all these other gurus do. But we don't do that. Like, we want you to have that monthly investment. We want you to be a part of the community. We want you to be taking action on the courses and like giving yourself a chance, an opportunity to succeed and change your life. So charging is actually to help you more than it is to help us. Like I said, $19 is not going to change our life. $49 is not going to change our life. Now, we're not a charity. We believe in making a profit on anything we do. And if we're going to spend time with people and on their businesses, then yes, we want to be compensated some for that. But the main thing is we want you to take action. So that's why we charge. Okay. All right. Are there any more questions in the chat right now, Jocelyn? I've not seen any. I've caught up to where you had everything put in. Do we have any more questions? Let's see. I think Tish, we got to her question, correct? All right. Everything in the YouTube got that good. Kareem says she's a member of the Flip Your Life community. Clarity will come as you work on the Flip Your Life Blueprint Master Classes and bounce ideas inside of the community. That is an awesome comment. Thank you, Kareem. Kareem's a long-term member. She's been around for a long, long time. And actually, not only is Kareem one of our customers, but she started an online business helping kids learn Spanish. And we are about to become one of her customers. So,
yes, and we have done that actually several times. There have been several of our members that we have bought things from, which is just awesome. We have some really good plans for the community, and I just can't wait to see you guys inside.
I had another member the other day I was reaching out to. We were chatting about something about his business, and I shot him a message in the community, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he said, "I'm taking a course learning how to play guitar." I'm like, "What? You don't? What? Why did you want?" He goes, "Yeah, I've always wanted to learn how to play guitar." I said, "Cool, I kind of want to do that. Where'd you get the course?" He said, "Oh, I bought it from Kevin, that other guy in the Flip Your Life community." So like, there's this big community. They're all buying stuff from each other. Elisa said in the comments, "I'm excited. I'm already a member, but this jolted my mindset to really take action. You guys are amazing. No, you're amazing because you are taking action and doing what it takes to give your family a better future." And guys, that's really what we want for everybody else.
I wanted to welcome Manny. He is also a member now of our community. So, welcome. So excited to have you. And I just wanted to say if you guys are still here and you're thinking, oh, it's just not the right time for me, it's just like everything else in life. There's not a right time. There's not a right time to have a baby. There's not a right time to buy a house. There's never a good time. Like, get started. And I said to someone earlier in the chat, I say it all the time on the podcast, that baby steps are going to get you closer to your goal than standing still. We're giving you the opportunity. So just take it. We want you to succeed, not for us, but for you.
So, guys, let me go over real quick again, one more time, everything inside. If you want to go ahead and order inside of and join the Flip Your Life community tonight, all you got to do is click the orange button underneath your video in your chat. You'll go to a page where we've got a lot more information. Hey, listen, check us out. If you've never heard of us before, or you're just getting to know me and Jocelyn, go type in Shane and Jocelyn Sams, and you will find all kinds of articles, all kinds of podcasts. Go to fliplifestyle.com, read our story a little bit more. Like, we want you to check us out because we are 100% who we say we are, and we really do help hundreds of people. Watch our testimonials. We don't just include testimonials. We include testimonials, and most of the time we put a link to their website. Go reach out to our members, watch the video testimonials, and you'll see that we really are who we say we are. And once you've decided to join, click Get Started, and you'll go to a page where you can choose your options. You can join our premium plan for $49. You can join our standard plan for $19. And we do have other options that you can check out while you're there. But these are our best packages for you to get started. When you start tonight, you will get 100% instant access to the Flip Your Life Blueprint. That's a $997 value. You'll get the Flip Your Life Tech Toolkit, $497 value. The Flip Your Life community, all of our forums included. You can start asking questions tonight. $788 value. The Online Business Idea Quick Start course, $297 value. Time management training for working parents, $297 value. That special bonus, that priceless bonus, getting you and your spouse on the same page, $297 value. All of our trainings, everything in the Flip Your Life community, and a chance, an opportunity to reach your dream. That's a total value, $3,173. You can join right now for $19. $19 a month gets you inside the community. You become a part of this worldwide movement of family-focused entrepreneurs working hard together to build a better future for their families. And if you want to go premium tonight, You get those 2 live Q&As with me and Jocelyn every single month. That's $1,000 value. Costs $500 to talk to us and ask a question, right? You're going to get that chance twice a month, $1,000 value. That brings the total value of this membership to $4,170. You're going to get it $49 a month. So you got 2 options. We have a plan for every budget and every desire for access to us. You get a 30-day money back guarantee. If you try it for a month, you got to go the whole month. You got to try it out. But if you 30-day money back guarantee, if you don't like it a month from now, if you don't think this is the best course, the best community online, if you don't think we are the best leaders anywhere for online business education, we'll give you your money back for that first month payment. You can cancel anytime after that. If you remember 5 months from now and you want to get out, you're like, I'm done. Hey, listen, there's no long-term commitment. You can cancel anytime you want. You won't be charged again. There's absolutely no risk. You got everything to gain for you and for your family if you join today. So as we wrap it up around here, guys, we want to thank you one more time for joining us tonight. Thank you for spending so much time with us. We know your time is precious, and we want to help you make the most of your time. Jump into the community. We're going to be in the forums for a few more minutes. We're going to jump in there and welcome our new members. We're going to answer a few questions before we go to bed. But you've got plenty of time right now to make that choice. We want you to start your journey right now. $19 a month for standard membership, $49 a month for premium membership, and we'll see you on our next member call. So excited for you guys who have jumped into the community tonight and you're ready to take action and you are ready to flip your life. Can't wait to work with you inside the community. And for everybody else, we hope we see you too. So thank you again for being here. We'll see you inside.
Bye.